Welcome to episode number 220 of the Keep Up Podcast.
Where we dedicate this episode to all the beautiful cats out there in the world. Meow. Cats they make the world go round.
They do.
I think cats probably do more for the world than dogs. Do you think?
Oh, spicy.
Do they? Because cats are pretty lazy.
They're so lazy.
Dogs are great companions. Dogs do a lot, actually.
Dogs are doing a
You know
lot.
what? Dogs do way more. Dogs have jobs. What
Dogs do have jobs.
cats are sniffing drugs?
I think catnip, dude. Those cats. Cats on catnip is it's not a job, but
yeah, I take back what I said because we have dogs guiding people, blind people. And you guys know how I feel about the blind community.
yes, historically speaking,
They're my favorite.
yes,
They're my favorite.
they are your favorite community.
I don't want this to be taken out of context. I like blind people.
It's strictly out of context, just so you're aware.
Nothing makes sense. That would be weird to have like a disdain for blind people. Like, no, I'm not going to say a joke. That's bad.
It would be a strange
That's a
prejudice.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It'd be very weird.
I like everybody.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Keep Up Podcast. Where I'm Brett and Tim is Tim.
That's me.
And we talk about all the things we consume, be it media or food.
Mm-hmm.
And when you said cats make the world go around,
Yeah.
I pictured like a giant cat playing with the planet Earth
And making it spin.
like a ball of yarn.
That's pretty cool. We'd probably die, though.
Because it would spin us
It
too
would
fast.
spin too fast when we go flying.
Dude, and if that cat ever got the zoomies,
Oh, my God.
the universe.
It would just be like...
That's very funny to me.
Yeah, just cats going wild. Cats gone wild.
Cats gone wild.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know
not
that Cats Gone Wild was ever a thing.
No, the other Girls Gone
Probably was,
Wild.
though. I don't know, man.
That
I
was,
remember. Why do I remember infomercials for that? I swear it was on like Cartoon Network.
It was like 12 a.m., midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
madness, and it's Adult Swim. Girls Gone Wild.
Yeah, what?
That or Comedy Central. That was on.
Oh,
that was on
definitely
all
on
the time.
Comedy Central. Yeah, that's true, because I would always watch Friday Night Stand-Up. That's
Yep.
probably where I saw it. But I swear I have memories of like, I'd fall asleep to like Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, and wake up to Girls
Girls Gone Wild. I'm like, what is happening?
Well, how could they show it on TV?
I'm gonna get in trouble if mom. Yeah, I don't even know. They had that big censor bar. That,
Yeah,
like,
that's what
so
it was.
weird.
So I wonder if that's still a thing.
I don't think so. Didn't that guy get in a ton of trouble?
Oh,
I think there's like a documentary about that dude. And
yeah, because he was freaking nuts.
yeah, and he was just selling all this footage.
Yeah,
I think, I don't know. I have no information for this
I haven't seen the
discussion, I
documentary,
guess.
so.
But
Yes.
we haven't recorded in 2 weeks.
Yes, last week was a friggin'
Not cool, man.
not cool.
It was not cool.
It was not a good week for anybody, really.
No. Yeah, we in my household caught a bit of the COVIDs, and you were there the day that we discovered
Because that was
it was live.
It was it was a messy day.
The week actually started off great.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that was the weekend, right?
Right.
Was it Saturday?
Yep.
We went to Granite Con, and it's a little Comic-Con adventure up here in New Hampshire.
Yep.
It was awesome.
We've never been there before. It was
Never been.
super Turtles focused.
Yes.
Which was awesome. It
Super
was
cool.
A lot of cool art, a lot of cool artists. Yeah, I had a great time. It was
Yeah.
really a sweet one day trip.
Yeah, and it was kind of a last-minute thing. I went to a panel with Judith Hoag, who played April O'Neil in the first Ninja Turtles movie.
Yep.
And it was cool just because it was just this small panel. I got to go up and ask her a question. And I had to think of something because I was like, I need to make sure that I have had a conversation with her. That's like the coolest thing.
Yep.
I didn't get anything signed or anything like that. I was just like, I want to be sure that next time I watch Ninja Turtles, I can be like, I had a conversation with
I
her.
met her,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of cool opportunities for you to see her or get signatures or whatever. So I'm glad you were able to meet her.
I made it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was super fun. And then my son had a soccer game that day.
Yep.
And right before we went, we got home from the convention, and my daughter was really sick. Like she was like coughing and stuff. And we tested her, and she was positive.
which was fun time.
Fun time. So we were supposed to have like a game night that night.
Family game night,
Family
yep.
game night. We had a bunch of food planned. I don't even know
Mom
what
still
Mom
has
got.
all the food
She
here.
still has food.
I've eaten so much,
Yep, our sister Bailey like cooked a lasagna.
which was really good.
Was it good? It was like sausage, pumpkin,
Sausage, yep.
pumpkin,
Yep,
pumpkin,
sausage, pumpkin
sausage.
lasagna.
And I didn't get to experience any of it.
Nope.
I brought Tim home, and then throughout the week, we just all steadily got more and more sick.
Got worse.
We had to miss a wedding. Oh, shout out to Jesse, who is a friend of the show and always listens to the show. Happy marriage.
Happy marriage.
Congratulations.
I hope you have 36 kids.
It's so-
If that's what you want.
I don't know if he wants kids, actually. I'll have to ask him. But I had to miss his wedding, which made me so mad because he's one of my oldest friends. And
Jesse's great. But it's hard. It's one of those things where it's like we live in a world where like you could maybe get away with having a cold and going to a wedding, but there's no way you can get sick.
no, and Rach and I were both positive.
It's one of
I mean,
like if for whatever reason you went, you would have been dead anyways.
yeah. But all I could think of is like, watch, I'm going to show up and they're going to go on their honeymoon and both get sick. Or like
Right.
everyone at the wedding parties. I was just like, I don't know. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
But
it just stinks because weddings, it's one of those things.
it's
where
one of those
like,
things. Once in a lifetime, you know?
You get Christmas every year, but not weddings.
Not weddings.
Unless they're crazy.
Right. You could do an annual wedding.
Yeah. I don't think that's crazy. I guess it's just...
If you do like a full-blown wedding, that's a lot.
Yeah, if you do that every year.
That's a lot.
If you're rich, maybe.
Maybe.
Because weddings are fun.
Would you go to that, though? Like, if Rach and I had an annual wedding,
Yeah, because I would treat it like a party.
it's just like a party, I guess, yeah.
Plus, wedding food is always good.
Is it?
Well, as long as you don't get the beef.
You don't get the beef?
You always get chicken. Always get chicken.
I do typically get the chicken.
It's a safe move.
Yeah, chicken is the safe move.
It is funny we're at a point in our lives where we've gone to like a handful of friends' weddings. Like
Yeah.
I have enough weddings under my belt that I know how weddings work.
Yeah,
And like as a youngin,
yeah.
maybe you go to a lot of weddings, but as a kid you don't really think about it as much.
Yeah, you're not really paying attention.
But now it's like I get weddings.
Yeah, you get it.
I
dude.
understand.
You
I
understand
can get married right now.
wedding culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're ready.
I'm ready. Who's ever around, Tim's open.
Tim's open. Yeah, so that ruined our week. In my home, we had to miss also a birthday party for my nephew. Like, we had to cancel a bunch of stuff. A doctor's appointment. Dude, we had to cancel Jazz's doctor's appointment. Rach called to reschedule next year. They were like, we have nothing for the next few months.
How
so-
long were you waiting for this one?
I don't even remember. Probably a couple months, but
That's disgusting.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, what if like it's just a checkup?
Yeah, it's just, you're supposed to go annually, you know.
Man.
But so they had to push it out to next year. So
Next year.
Yeah.
There's no other doctor ever.
no, dude, they got rid of doctors. They don't have them anymore.
It's one of the last doctors in the world.
And then I get a text from Mom,
Yes.
and I don't know if you want to tell the story.
Yeah, I mean, it's as you pointed out in that video.
Yeah.
I think you did. You say it in the video? I think
I didn't say what happened.
Okay.
I just said there was loss.
There was
but
loss.
some people saw. 'Cause
Yeah,
of your
yeah.
stories
A lot
and
of people
stuff.
are aware, but our lovely intern Oscar.
Oh, we lost it.
I know we lost an intern. Oscar. We had to unfortunately put him down, which is very sad and very sudden. Essentially, I talked about it on the podcast a while ago, but he had that weird like seizure thing.
Yeah.
Which we still never really got like full confirmation on what that was. We could have explored it further, but he recovered pretty well that night.
Yeah.
And the vet and everything were like, yeah, you can get more tests, but he seems good. You can obviously come back or call us if something happens again. And he was doing good. So we brought him back home. And he was eating for a little while, drinking for a little while. But then eventually just stopped drinking, stopped eating. And it's crazy because with pets and animals, like they seem fine even when they're like on their way out.
Right.
Like Oscar. So what essentially happened is we had him go to the vet because again he wasn't drinking or eating.
Yep.
So the vet came to the house and she checked him out and she was talking to me and she said he was super dehydrated, like scary dehydrated.
Really?
Like needs to go to the emergency room as soon as possible.
Wow.
Which is crazy because we had no idea.
Right.
We couldn't tell. He was running around, jumping around. I mean, acting lazy and laying down, but he did that all the time.
He's a cat.
He's an old cat. Yeah. So it was we had the option to either bring him to that 24-hour care, get him rehydrated, and he needed he at the very least needed to remove, I think it was over 80% of the teeth in his mouth.
Whoa.
Because I guess they became rapidly worse over that week because he wasn't eating, so the teeth weren't getting anything that he needed to make them feel good, I guess. Because they were kind of rough to begin with.
Yeah.
Before all that, his teeth weren't doing great, but they got a lot worse. So he wasn't able to eat anything because of all that. So they had to remove all of his teeth. Again, this was our choice. To have his teeth removed. And then he may have had liver issues from all the dehydration and lack of eating and stuff. So the vet said we could go through it. He's an old cat and he's very weak because of all that. So the surgeries could be great. They could be terrible. They'll be expensive. They'll take a long time. And then after all is said and done, he doesn't have teeth. So eating, he would need like specific foods to be able to eat. And that's all if he wanted to eat after all that.
Right, which you just don't know.
Right, which we don't know. So it was either that or put him down because he was in pain. He wasn't doing great. So we did ultimately decide to put him down, which sucks. It was an awful decision the whole day, dude. She came at 10:30 in the morning.
Oh, man.
So she came at 10:30 in the morning, told us the news by 11, and we had to decide by the end of the night, essentially, which we decided. Bailey came over and Mom, and we all talked about it. And, we did decide to put it down. And, dude, the waiting for her to come and put him down was just like, it's like... It's awful. It's awful.
Worst.
It's like waiting for the Grim Reaper to come to the door and just take him away.
No.
It was awful. So it was just a whole day of crying. My eyes still hurt. They're still like strained because I've never cried that hard for that long. Like, it was hard. So yeah, we had a good day with him though. It stinks because we couldn't really give him treats or anything tasty because he wasn't eating. But lots of pets. Put him, played toys and she gave him a lot of fluids on that day and some pain meds. So he was acting totally fine, running around, like just being a big goofball. So at least he had a relatively fun last day.
That's good.
So not to get into the details, she ended up, coming and putting him to sleep, and he's being cremated now.
Okay.
So we'll have him back next week.
Really?
Yeah. So, it's sad, and it's definitely been quiet. Because he, not that he made too much noise, but you can tell when there's not someone around.
Yeah, it's just an absence. Yeah.
Because, I would walk around my room, and he would pop up, and I'd be like, meow, and then I could hear him in the distance. Meow.
Yeah.
And you would hear him on mic and stuff. He'll just be meowing. So, it's sad. I'm better now. I'm doing much better now.
That's good.
But it is, hug your pets tight.
Yeah.
Speaking of, hi, Bobo.
Look who it is.
Look who it is. Our other intern.
Yeah.
Hi, Bobo.
I'm sorry, man. I know it was like sad for me to get the news, and I don't even see him every day.
I know, but since you got cats, you started to love cats a lot more.
Yeah, I've always liked cats.
Yeah.
Dogs were always the focus.
Yeah.
We always had dogs, and I guess we always had cats too. But there were periods where there were no cats. Were there? Well, no, Oscar's been around for 17 years.
That's true. He was around since I was 10, and we had cats before that.
Oh, yeah.
But, I don't know.
I guess we've always had both.
Yeah, they kind of just been all over the place.
But it's just like, I don't know. Lately, every time we come over here, we see Oscar, and like the kids loved him.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to sit them down and tell them. Oh, my God.
Jazz texted me. It was such...
He did?
Yeah. It was really nice, but the way he wrote it was so funny.
What did he say?
He sounded like a bro. He's like... Bro, I feel bad for you. You good? Which I mean, I appreciate it's such a nice gesture that he thought of me, but that's what he said. And then I responded to him and said, thanks for asking. I'm doing okay. And he said, yeah, bye. And that's it.
Bro, that's amazing.
Oh, God. It's so funny.
Bro, you're good.
I know his heart was in it.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's just him ending the conversation.
Yeah.
But for any who don't have the context, this is my 9-year-old son. That is so funny.
Yeah. It's such a...
Because he cried when I told him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took him a minute, and then he actually started crying, and I was like, I know it's sad, but he's like, I just feel so bad for Uncle Tim. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So, and then he's like, hey, bro, you good?
Dude, you doing all right, bro?
That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the hardest thing was not being able to tell Oscar like it was his last day.
That's-
I don't know if he knew about it. I
Right.
don't know. That was breaking my heart. Every
know.
time that thought came to mind, I'm like, oh.
That's what I was saying to Mom. I was like, I wish you could communicate, because that's easily the hardest part.
Yeah.
Especially because like when he was feeling better, like they gave him drugs and hydrated him. So
Yep.
what did I just say?
Drugs and hydrate him stuff.
Hydrate him stuff. He's just like purring and hanging out and playing, and it's
being
like
a cat.
It's like, did I really just make this call? Like,
Yeah.
and
Right, because like we had to wait hours for the vet to come and put him down. So it's like we have to sit there and look at him and be like, yeah, this is it for you,
this
buddy.
is it. Yeah, right.
And I told him. I mean, I did like tell him, and I just don't know. I mean, I imagine he understood because we were just holding him all day and petting him, and
Yeah.
like maybe had some
that's
kind of
so
indication. And Mom pointed it out because it was really weird. He started coming upstairs like all the time, and Mom's thinking that might have been some kind of like, hey, I'm on my way out, but I want to spend as much time as I can with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the thing with animals is there is like this natural, like you said, they just seem themselves even when they're on their way out, and it's like they just know, like it's just nature, and typically when they know they're gonna die, they'll like go and hide somewhere.
Right.
Like
Just
even
be
when you
away.
mentioned that about him being under the stairs, I was
Yeah.
like, I wonder if that was like
Right, him trying to just
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's what they do. They'll just go and find like a hole or hide under something, and then it just happens.
Yeah, because I mean, he was always sitting like his new spot, and he sat there before, but in the cedar closet, there's like a little like what's it called, bin, like Tupperware thing.
Yeah.
And he would jump on that, and the clothes would like cover him, so you would have to search to find him.
Oh,
in there.
yeah.
So that could have again been like his little spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Well,
But yeah, I'm doing better now.
Good.
I've come to peace with it. And yeah, I don't know if I'll get another cat or anything anytime soon.
yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just a weird choice to make.
I know.
Have another commitment like that. And
Well, it's funny. After I might have told you this, but after Rach got Tommy Boy and Spade, like we're all like in love with them.
Yeah.
And after like a couple months, Rach said to me, she was like, I was thinking today, like me getting these cats just guarantees I'm gonna have to say bye to them one day. And I was like, I know, because it's like odds are. Hopefully, we're gonna outlive them, and it's like it's like, shoot, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, you're signing up for such a sad thing. I've always wanted to. I don't know if I have the heart for it, but I've always wanted to adopt old pets,
Yeah.
like old dogs and old cats, and let them have fun their last couple of years or months, or I don't even know. But I mean, putting Oscar down was friggin' a mess. So I can't even imagine that with like, even though it's a shorter connection, I just
Still there, like
Yeah.
you're doing it over and over
Yeah.
again, and similar things where you can't be like, hey bud, are you cool with this call?
Yeah.
Or like you don't get to have that conversation.
yeah. But
Oh,
I've always like, I don't know. I always felt like that's something I should do in my heart.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know when or if I'll ever do it, but it's a hard thing. Yeah. But I don't want to bring this whole podcast down the whole time.
No, dude, we're just talking about this for an hour. and a half. We're just talking about dying animals.
Oh God, it's
and
such
losing loved ones.
I think it's important to talk about, though. I think because we all go through it. I think it's most of us have pets, and most of us have either dealt with it or will deal with it or are currently dealing with it. So yeah, just always remember to hug your pets.
Hug your pets.
Hug your pets, and Oscar, your madness, your legacy will live on.
Yes.
I still find wires in his hair. Oh my God. Every single one of my shirts covered in his hair.
Oh,
'Cause
wow.
He shedded so much.
Yeah, he
So
did, yeah.
Actually, there's a big clump of his fur over there. I kept it because he.
Oh, really?
Because not to get sad, but the night before I brought him to my bed, just because like it's been a while since he's in my bed, which was actually very good because the following day wasn't a good day. But yeah, so he had a couple like knots of fur on his back, so I was like brushing them off.
Yeah.
So that hair pile was on the ground, and I was like, ah.
Oh man.
So, but it's okay. Again, I'm doing okay.
Yep.
I was nervous talking about it on stream because I thought I was going to cry, and I'm close, but we're good.
Yeah.
We're
We're good. We're good.
Good.
And he's not in pain anymore.
Yep.
and he's just fanging it up somewhere else.
Exactly. Oh my God, his fangs.
He had the craziest fangs.
Even up until the end, those fangs were freaking ridiculous. I'm surprised he couldn't eat because those things are like freaking.
I know.
But you can't really eat with just your fangs.
Yeah, I guess not.
Unless he's a vampire cat.
That's what he looked like.
Right?
It reminded me of remember Banicula?
Yes.
Remember that book?
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it. That's the story.
So
here we are 2 weeks, or a week later.
A week later.
2 weeks from the last podcast.
Yeah.
So that gave us a lot of time to catch up on things.
It did.
I watched a lot of movies.
You did.
But are we going to TV first?
I do have to talk about TV.
Okay.
Let's do it.